Understanding how languages work will change your life forever. Languages give you power. Languages give you unique insights and cultures. Languages give you the key for making hundreds of new friends. This highly underrated skill let you stand out of the crowd. There's a reason why the wisest people on earth speak multiple languages. But is it just the language itself? Or is there even more hidden in the lines? Like a secret? Lucky you, because you're just about to discover this secret. Wow. But before, we need to find out what languages are actually. But hey, stop. Don't you think that languages are unnecessary these days? Like everyone else? Like all the language lessons in school. You anyways don't remember them, right? Almost everyone speaks English, and it seems like languages lost their value and maybe reason to exist. But is this the end? Are all of us going to speak just one language one day? Well, I don't know. But what I know is languages are more than just boring lessons in school. But what the heck are they then? But first, I need some food, and I can actually show you how valuable my Spanish skills are here. Hola, me gustaría pedir unas quesadillas. Quesadillas con jamón y queso. Por favor. Quesadillas. Hola? No? Hey? So as you can see, guys, that's how languages are not supposed to work. But well, let's just go back to our question. So what are languages? First of all, languages are a way of communication. They help us to understand what other people want to say. But what is communication actually? Let's ask Wikipedia. Communication is the act of developing meaning among entities or groups. Okay guys, let's skip that shit. We're definitely not in school here. But okay, the beginning was good though. The act of developing meaning among entities by using understood signs. Well, that sounds actually like languages. And if we're honest, languages are nothing, just random letters. Actually, even random combinations of strokes. Who actually had the idea to draw like a W like this? Like, why would you do that? I mean, that could have been done by like a child, like trying to draw a mountain like that. I mean, it's just like a random thing. Like, why would you do that? And because of those random symbols, letters have actually no meaning. Just because we give them a meaning, we know what they actually mean. Does this make kind of sense? No? Maybe? Bit? And it's the same with languages. Every single word is just a combination of random letters, random combinations of strokes. But because we have some sort of connection with them, we know what they mean. Friolento. Do you know what it means? Well, as long as you're not speaking Spanish, very likely not. But Spanish people would immediately know that if someone is friolento, he is extremely sensitive to the cold. So in the very likely case that you will ever climb a mountain with a Spanish guy and you're freezing, you know, and you need fancy boots like that, then you know the word. Congratulations! I guess you know what I'm trying to say. Languages only exist because we created them. They were not just there, we developed them over a long time, and I guess this can be seen as one of the greatest achievements of humanity.
It's a victory.
Almost every animal can communicate with their conspecifics, if it's by using some sort of sound, signs, or just simply by smell. But we are special, like you and me. We create our own way of communication, also known as languages. And guess what? We're even able to understand multiple of them. Isn't that quite cool? We are able to translate random words into other random words. Kinda weird, isn't that? We even intentionally created languages, whether it's a classic language like Esperanto or a coding language like JavaScript. But that's not everything. There's even more. Languages are not just a way of communication. They also pass unique parts of every culture. Like tacos, mac and cheese, sushi. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm still hungry. But that's an even more exciting part. Each language has its own history, its own roots, its own culture. Let's take Spanish for instance. Sobremesa. In Spanish and Latin countries, it's common to stay at a table after a meal and share conversation and anecdotes with family and friends over a cup of coffee or some wine. So they just created their own word for it. And that's what I mean. You have very likely no word for sobremesa in your language. Learning a language, you not only learn to understand or to communicate, you learn a lot about culture too. And I think this is the part that makes languages even more exciting. And just imagine meeting up with some Spanish friends and asking them to tell you more about their family sobremesa traditions. Of course in Spanish, by using some fancy dancy words and expressing yourself like an original Spanish macho. Well, maybe that's too much, but you get me. Moreover, learning a foreign language opens you new doors and allows you to personally grow. Not only for getting a new fancy job, but also for just chatting with locals and best of it, making new friends. Think about all those new opportunities. You can just travel to a random country and go to a random club and make some new friends. I mean, how cool is that? Speaking a language shows your new friends that you're open and interested in their culture and you took the time out of your day to learn their way of communication. And I promise, this will completely change how you experience your trips. But guys, that isn't it. There's more. Studies have shown that learning a language can enhance creative thinking as well as contribute to a better memory function. So instead of taking those fancy memory function increasing pills that you just saw on Insta, go for a new language instead. Let's make a short recap. Language is just random words without any meaning. They only have meaning because we give them a meaning. Languages are not only a way of communication, but they're also one of the greatest ways to learn more about every culture. They open you new doors, and life will offer you opportunities that you could have never thought of before. So what do you think? Are languages going to be replaced by some sort of universal language? To be honest, I don't think so. I mean, could you imagine a French person not speaking French when you're trying to speak English with them? Wow. Which crazy word would this be? So what the heck, languages are freaking cool. So should you learn one? Definitely. Do you have to completely change your life? Not necessarily. Understanding the concept is already a secret. But if you have the motivation and time to learn one, it's probably gonna be one of the best skills that you will learn your entire life. By the way, did you even realize? Probably you did. But we live in the freaking 21st century. There are billions of free accessible videos, PDFs and apps out there. Go and use them. It was never ever so easy to learn a language. So what do you think? Now you know the secret. How languages can actually change your life, give you power and unlock the next level of self-development. But now I'm gonna ask you, are you gonna go for it?